Less than a year. Agrippa falls ill. He is wealthy enough. That's dreadful. Send him well wishes for a speedy recovery. That's because I'm kindly. His loyalty increases. Oh, absolutely. So yes, you were right. White options are trait options. He just died. Wasn't me, honest. I had nothing to do with that. Alright, so Magna Graecia needs a new governor. And Tullus Claudius looks like he might be a good option. He's loyal. He's very good at both oratory and finesse. And he's pretty young. So what does finesse actually do for you? It probably modifies how good these are. It does modify how good those are. Okay. Optimate agenda. War on Carthage. So here's the thing. We don't have a CB on Carthage. Carthage doesn't even have... I guess they have Sardinia. Yeah, Sardinia would be the only thing we're fighting over. Finesse represents character skill and disciplines requiring high attention to detail. High finesse characters make excellent governors for each civic point. Finesse gets following bonuses. Statesmanship. Policy. Cost. Attraction is a monthly... Yeah, I was asking specifically what happens if he's a governor. If the character is in a position of governor, the following bonuses are also applied. Population output. Governor policies also go by governor civics. So having high finesse characters in governor positions is better. Alright. Well. See, part of the reason I'm unsure about this is because I was kind of hoping... half a year. We would finish that in half a year. I mean, actually, we could start embellishing Roma right now. Because the Metropolis would be done before then. And then we could go on to... This is just a superiority war. What does that actually get us? Money? I'm going to look that one up. Okay, so with show superiority you can demand territory, but it costs you triple. So it's a terrible war goal. I think I'd much rather do this through legitimate means. I mean, this would keep the Optimates in power. It would probably stop the Populares demanding a war against Egypt. Probably. Ooh, the Boni are actually massively in control at the moment. That's good. That's really good. How the Populares have fallen. Makes sense for a war to do slave hunting, but that seems about it. I mean, that is true. We could do a couple of landings in North Africa just to take the slaves and then spread them throughout the empire. And then peace out whenever we can peace out. Well, this is only one party in the Senate demanding this. And bear in mind, the vote no right now does not mean we're not going to go to war with Carthage. It just means we're delaying the war until we have something which is a little bit more in our favour. By which I mean actual missions which call for this. And I'm going to make this a 2-minute vote as well. Alright. Vote is up. Are we going to declare war now? Or not? Are we going to wait until we're a bit better? Need Marius reform for legions. Well, again, I have that one legion which is already really strong. I can just add more units to it and then just use them as cohorts. We have 4 generals in it. How big is Carthage's navy? Oh, almost certainly bigger than ours. 66 ship. Actually, not that much bigger. We have 39. They probably have bigger vessels, though. And we can build up a fleet pretty quickly. I'm not that concerned about that. And in fact, if they start to try and land and attack us, that's in our favour. The other thing is their population. 2,800. We have a population 2,900. So, actually, relatively equal. More equal than I kind of expect. Oh, they've expanded massively in Spain. That's why. Last time I checked, they didn't have this. Don't have a mission after I finish Rome that's going after Carthage. Yeah, which is why I'm saying we may as well wait. Because we will go after Carthage. This is not saying no. Hence I said wait instead of no. This is just a really bad CB. It's before I am ready for a war. And this is just because the Populares? Or no, the Optimates, the nobles are like, we want a war! So I'm going to wipe peace out as soon as I can. Like, I'm not taking anything from this. It's not worth it. This would purely be for the slave taking. That's it. And the votes are in. Carthage will not fall. We're actually going to wait. Although that was a really close vote. 52% to 48%. 96 votes to 90. That was incredibly close. So, Spitfire, thank you very much for the 75,000 channel point investment there. Very much appreciate that. Oh, that's interesting. Carthage will fall had a much higher channel point contribution investment than Wait. So Wait won legitimately. We're going to wait. So this will piss off the Optimates, but we have other ways of improving it. The rise of Roma. The announcement of Hostus Claudius Caecus that Roma will open her doors to able artisans, masons and architects has been sent out to every corner of the Republic. It is his will that no expense be shared to embellish the city and make it a true gem of Roman culture. Claudia family gain prestige, and we gain 20 political influence. Corruption and crime. It has been the hope of many that the building of the new capital district in Roma will allow us to be free from the old corruption and crime. Things that have, at times, been as endemic to our old capital. Great building projects such as ours can themselves bring out those who would seek the clandestine opportunities. A growing black market for government contracts have begun to build up under our eyes, and local gangs are extorting workers and store owners alike in the new districts. This republic is built on pragmatism. Caecus gains corruption, population output goes down, or we must root out this filth before it is too late. We pay 400 ducats, and for 10 years we get plus 15% population output. Well, unfortunately, I think that it's just good business, and I don't really want to spend that much money. A miraculous recovery. Babolcus recovered from his dementia. Whoa, Babolcus is good. Like, his traits aren't amazing, but righteous, devout, scholar, and a benefactor. Curious. Friends across the borders. Babolkus has friends far outside the borders, often trying to use his... Okay, so you want me to spend money to gain this area? Nah. And Claudius Pulcher just died. So we need a new governor in Histria. And I think that's going to be Claudius. Oh, fort defense, and this is a border region. Oh, you know what else I could do? Instead of there... It's annoying that the province overview doesn't show for this. I'd quite like to know what the population of Histria is. I think it's going to be like 150 or so. Oh, less than that. It's going to be about 50. That's a bit of an oversight, that even though there isn't a governor there, it doesn't show up. I mean, you'd still have region details. You just have the big button to implement a new governor. So Ratia and that one are going to be about the same size, so I think that we will go ahead and put Claudius in charge of that. That's fine. $40, $30, $20, $19, $10, boom. Rome should be a metropolis now. Population limit of 104, so that has indeed gone up. So a city has a population capacity of plus 22, metropolis of 30, capacity plus 10%, building slots plus 4. Oh yeah, it does. Local import routes, that's the same. Population promotion speed, I think that might be new. Desired ratios, 30, 30, 10, 5. 30, 40, 15, 15. So there's actually more nobles in a city than a metropolis. The main thing you lose in the metropolis are the slaves. Citizens are the same. There's more freemen, more nobles, less slaves. So now if we take a look at the pop overview, we can see that slaves are going to go plummeting. Freemen are going to go plummeting, citizens is going to go up significantly, and then there's going to be a little bit of a boost to nobles. Lots of citizens here, though. Okay, that's interesting. But the main thing is the population that builds slots. No change to civilization, though. Okay, so, we just need to finish embellishing Roma, which will be done on the 21st of July, 521. So we're about 7 months away. Integration of Marcia. Okay, so who's good here? Vespasius? Not great. Manius? Not great. Drusus? Drusus is pretty good. So we'll give Drusus access, and we'll say no to the rest. Although he was very old, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Social stratification. The renovations in Roma in some ways fundamentally reshaped the city, not only in the addition of new quarters in and around the new buildings. Every part of the city has been given a new focus and a change of status. The commercial district has largely reorientated itself to support the new class of artisans, scribes and administrators that now make up a larger part of the city's fabric. And even in the slums, a new social order is slowly materializing. As part of the wider works we are undertaking, we could extend the renovations to another part of the city as well. So we can clean up the slums, which for 10 years gives pop promotion speed. We can improve the commercial district, which for 10 years increases the tax base. We can improve the elite area to get a bunch of loyalty with a bunch of people that already have a lot of loyalty. Or none of the above, and the Claudii lose prestige. I mean, these are all temporary buffs. So I'm going to say none of the above. Oh, and we have another holy site slot. Thank you. That is a big deal. Unrest reduction. Noble happiness. Cohort starting experience of fort defense. I mean, actually the fort defense could be good. Or the population growth, although I feel like the population growth here is already going to be rising really fast. I'm going to put in the fort defense. It's the capital. If someone wants to topple our nation, the best way to do it is take Rome. So we need to make sure that they can't take Rome. And who did we just integrate? That would be you. And that would mean getting rid of that fort, which is now not needed. Oh, yes, and we can get Rome of the Metropolis, which gets us the 25% extra local tax and migration attraction for 5 years, which will mean that Rome, the city, will grow that much quicker. Oh, jeez, yeah, it will. There's a lot of incoming migration. How's the colony doing? Still growing, so it rises until it hits the civilization value, and then it finishes colonizing at that point, right? So actually having a low civilization value is good for colonizing quickly. If I remember correctly, that might have changed. Or is that how the migratory tribes work? Is it just done? So maybe I should just move more Romans. These are all Canaanites. Rubro would still be the easiest. So let's bring in another Roman. Doesn't matter what religion they are. Canaanite Roman will do. Ah, Rubra cannot support another colonization until the 13th of May 1522. Or 522, not 1522. The other thing I wanted to do was check the cultures and make sure that we are colonizing everywhere. We still have colonial ventures, so we can't afford it. Okay, cool. And one of the main characters has died. That would be Reds. Hostus Caicus. That's a name I recognise. The Coming of Roma. Never before have the streets of Roma been as clean and as gardens so well kept. The stone forum, the temples make it immediately apparent that this is not just a city but the very centre of a major power. An urban expression of splendour and wealth. So we get the forum complex, 2 new nobles appear, building slots increased by 2, more research and more civilization level as well. And with that, we have completed the Pearl of Italia. So next up, we have got Subduing Greece, the First Provincia, Cisalpine Gaul, or the Matter of Italia. Let's have a look through. So Subduing Greece. The people of Greece were long known for their civilization, their many city-states, and the many wondrous thoughts and ideas that they have inspired. After the rise of Alexander, they have driven apart and fallen upon harsh times, mere spectres of the prominent position they once held in the centre of the Mediterranean. So this is going after Greece, which will put us in direct rivalry with Macedon. The first provincia, the islands that lay off the Italian peninsula, are natural targets for expanding Rome's influence and depriving the Punic and Greek colonists of the rich spoils these rugged lands hold. So this is the conflict which we've been kind of considering for a while, which is basically going after Sicily and Sardinia and then finishing off Corsica. Cisalpine Gaul, the Italic and Gallic tribes to the north hold sway over the fertile Padus River and block our access to the north. We must sweep aside these pitiful tribes and secure the rich lands of Cisalpine Gaul for Rome. Which I think basically means taking over the Alpines. So it's just this. Maybe this. I think we've already pretty much done this. I guess we jumped the bullet a little bit going after Veneto. I didn't realise that. I probably would have waited had I realised there was actually a thing going for that. But it does mean that we'll go through this mission tree pretty quickly if we wanted to. And then the matter of Italia. Our fortunes await in foreign lands. The Italia region has been considered part of our borders, yet much of it remains beyond our control. Make sure it is brought under our influence one way or another. So the entire region of Italia is actually Sardinia and Corsica. Not so much going after Sicily, so it's kind of half of what we just did, which is building up Italia itself, and then the rest of it is taking these islands. So those are the four options right now. If we wanted to do a Punic War, which I know was one of the factors that went into the previous vote, it would be the first provincia, would be the Punic War. Which would be going after Sardinia, and, well actually Sicily is no longer Carthaginian, they were kicked out. So those are going to be the four options. I'm going to go and set up a poll for that. So we've got Subduing Greece. We've got the first provincia. We've got Cisalpine Gaul. And then the matter of Italia. So again, Subduing Greece is going after Macedon and the little city-states down here in the south. The first provincia is going for the islands, so finishing off Sicily, taking out Syracuse, taking out Sardinia, finishing off Corsica. Cisalpine Gaul is probably the easiest of them all. It's going to be going after Raetia, Lipontia, maybe Carnia, but I think we've already done the majority of that. So if we just wanted a mission tree we can blitz through and just complete, that would be Cisalpine Gaul. And then the matter of Italia is going after these two provinces and then also building up Italia itself more. Although we've just done the Pearl of Italia, so probably less emphasis on that one. I would say it's one of these three, and I think all three of them are equally good. So once again, 2-minute vote because this is a big one. This is determining the future direction of our nation for the duration of this mission in much the same way as we just did with the Pearl of Italia, where it was mostly focusing on the internal stuff, though I didn't build nearly as much stuff as I would have liked to. Okay, and whoops, I just chose the mission. I'm going to go and well, the poll's going to go up. I pressed the wrong thing, and I'll go back to a save. It's not a problem. 2050, that's from 4 minutes ago. That's fine. So get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. Which one of those should we do? And while that's happening, I'm just going to blitz through this. Just make sure I actually pressed you. I did. And there we go. Save game. And otherwise the options are all the same. When can I integrate Pompeii? It's already happening. In fact, it's not... Oh, it is Pompeii. I did not realise that was Pompeii. I thought that was Naples, but Naples is there. Huh, okay. But yeah, it's happening. So that's Vesuvius. Cool. Yes, I'd already done the chainmail here. Cool! Yeah, that's true. The Cisalpine Gaul can get us more Colonia to help assimilate the north. Bearing in mind we are working primarily on assimilation throughout Italy. Once we go outside of Italy, we'll think about integrations, but at the moment we're assimilating. All of the Italians will be Roman. Wow, the matter of Italia is proving to be super popular. Super, super, super popular. Okay, so the matter of Italia got 1 vote! So huzzah for the person who voted for the matter of Italia. Fotino DK contributed 17,000 channel points. Thank you very much for that investment. Subduing Greece once again came in 3rd place. So Subduing Greece with 7%. That does mean that there is a playoff here between the first Provincia and Cisalpine Gaul. One of them getting 43%, the other one getting 49%. And it is in fact Cisalpine Gaul which wins. They got the 49%, which means the first Provincia didn't. So we're going to go for Cisalpine Gaul. We're going to finish off the north, and then we will go on to other things. So land grants in Sionia, which requires us to have Armenium, which we already have. Roman freemen will settle in owned Gallic territories in Armenium. Rome gains a claim on the province of Aemilia, which we've already got as well. And that's going to lead to these other... man, we really have just... we're so far ahead of schedule, apparently, with the conquering of Cisalpine Gaul. So, go us! Yeah, it is literally just these 2 provinces is all I need to take. We've already got all of this. Huh. Alright then, well, we'll start the land grants in Sionia, which will take a year. And then once the year is done, we can start working on these. So we'll probably befriend... I don't think we can actually befriend anyone. Nor can we do the feudators. Oh, those are just allowing diplomatic relations, so this is just going to be finishing these. Getting the Colonia. Yeah, we'll blitz through this really fast. Okay. And yes, this will help Romanize them, which means that we're going to be much more integrated and, or assimilated, and much more happy, productive, and all of the other good stuff. Actually, one other thing I want to check is just how big are my levies now? They've actually grown to be quite big. So Magna Graecia has now definitely started to Romanize because the number of troops here have hugely increased. We can get 24 new divisions from that. And then Italia continues to rise with a whole bunch more also available. And we can now build our legion up to 53. So I think what we'll probably do the next time we play is build up the Legio Mordred into something even more great and magnificent. Anyway, that is, however, it for now. So thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you're really enjoying this, then please do consider subscribing. It does help the channel out and lets me do this type of thing more in the future. Imperator. Because Axenheim Gaming was asking a question, and that should be your answer in chat. So if you are enjoying this, then be like Jimp and Daniel and hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you're really enjoying this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. Or you can, of course, check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking, and a Discord, which you will find at the link which I'm about to put into chat. Incoming links, YouTube, Patreon, Discord. Yes, we will be streaming again in 1 hour's time. That stream is going to be Total War Warhammer with tech lists, so we're going to be playing some more Total War Warhammer 10 o'clock this evening for that. Then tomorrow we've got the multiplayer game at 5 PM, which is continuing the Laurent campaign, which last week blew up in our faces. It was really kind of interesting because I was like, it's going to be a calm session. I'm not really foreseeing any particular problems for us. And then there was immediately a giant war against our northern neighbour. So it's like the 2 major superpowers in the region, me and him, going at it. So, yeah, maybe more shenanigans like that. Who knows? It's multiplayer. Then after that, we're going to be doing some more of the Anbanar with the Iron Scepter. And then The week after we'll be doing definitely more Imperator, because I am enjoying this game a lot more than I thought I would. This update has done it for me. I like this game now. Right, is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. Officer Cop, Discipline Freak, Tom Loves Foxes, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. And yeah, that's going to be it for me for now. So we're going to go and see who else is streaming so we can throw them a raid. See if anyone else is doing Imperator. Oh yeah, Lambert is. Alright, so you've seen me washing around doing the best that I possibly can. If you want to see someone who actually knows how to play this game and maybe get a bit better at the game yourselves because you're learning from a master as opposed to a complete novice, Lord Lambert's your guy. So head on over there, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see his chat. Absolutely lit up by the Viking raid, which you can do by copying and pasting Viking raid like this. Or if you're a subscriber, and bear in mind this will only work as a subscriber, then you can bring out the long ships as well and show the Antigonid Macedon the true might of the Roman Vikings. If you enjoy what you see over there on Lambert's channel, don't forget to hit that follow button as well so you get notifications for all of his stuff. And like, for my game, I would say mine is probably European Universalis. That's the one I like the most and I do the most. Imperator is definitely his. So head on over there, say hello, and thanks everyone for watching. I will see you in 1 hour. Until then, goodbye.